वो उधर हिल रहे हैं ना उसके डेसिबल।
Good evening and welcome to the live broadcast of another Elite T20 game. You're watching this live on 22 yards broadcast. This game is between Glenmore Knights and Calgary Legends. Amir Hamza ready with the ball in hand. Tarun and Preet opening the batting for Calgary Legends. It's again a perfect weather for cricket in Calgary. We're looking at 25 degrees. And here we go, first ball. Straight away pitched up and trying to swing the ball in. Amir Hamza, known for his medium pace, like to take wickets early on, put some pressure on the batter. And captain's got a slip in place. He's himself standing there at first slip, back of line delivery this time. Played with soft hands by Tarun. We'll have a look at the playing 11s for both the teams after this over. Big shot this time. There's a fielder. There is a fielder. He's converging underneath. No, he won't be able to take that. We'll wait for the confirmation. Oh, it is a maximum. The first scoring shot has been a maximum, and that is from Tarun's bat. It was right in his slot. No, umpire has changed his decision. He said it's four. So there's an update. So straight away on the third ball, it's a boundary to get off the mark. Another big shot tried. This time took the edge of the bat, running towards the third man boundary. Won't go all the way, but they'll come back for two. Got lucky. Yesterday we saw a match between CCA and Shaheen Mavericks, where Shaheen Mavericks they won the toss, put up a total of 140 on the board, and they gave a tough fight to CCA, being one of the most renowned teams of this tournament, defending champions. That match went down to the wire, and they just won that in the last over, which was not expected because everybody would think that CCA chasing 140, they would easily get it in 15, 16th over, but it was not the case yesterday. It was some brilliant bowling by Shine Mavericks. And with that single, it's end of the over, 7 of the first one of Amir Hamza. And now we will go and have a look at the squads, or the playing 11. Another backup then delivery. This time a big shot over mid-off. They had a long on in place, but not any fielder there to stop that. This will go to the boundary. We saw a glimpse of Tharun in some of the previous matches played by Calgary Legends where he was attacking. It doesn't matter where you pitch the ball, when he's in the mood, he will swing you. And when he usually swings, he's a powerful guy, powerful striker of the ball. He will usually get a boundary or a maximum when he gets it. Glenmore Knights, they would like to restrict Calgary Legends below 150 because that is what I've seen teams are comfortable chasing, somewhere Around 140, 145 is the total that chasing team looks at. Ideally, they were like even less than that, but that's kind of a average score that teams are happy to chase. That is a good comeback by Faisal. He's not happy with his bowling today. He started off with the wide, then down the leg, then gave one in the slot, got hit for a four. Now the captain is standing at a long off, and they got a long on as well. So two fielders that are allowed outside the 30-yard circle, they are both right in front of the wicket. He plays it fine. Short fine leg did well there to cut it off, and there will be no run on that fifth ball. Preet hasn't got a chance to play a single delivery yet. It's been all Tarun who has faced 11 balls and scored 11 runs. This time pulled it away. There's no fielder there, and that has traveled all the way. What an end to the over. They'll grab 11 runs off it, and the over ends with a maximum. It's 18 for no loss after 2 overs. Amir comes back for his second over. Preet facing his first delivery has driven it away. He'll just get a single. Oh, they're coming back for two. That's a good call and good run. Outfield is not as great as you would expect. It is usually the case at inland cricket ground that it's not one of the best outfields for the batters. But bowlers enjoy it because even sometimes the ball that is timed nicely doesn't go all the way. And batsman just ends up getting a single or a double. Steps down, took the two off the bat. But the intent is pretty clear from Calgary Legends. They are trying to take on the bowlers. They are not here to hold themselves back. Whatever they get it in their slot. If you see Preet, he was just facing his second ball and he stepped down. Again, a big slog tried. That is a good contest going between bat and ball. Where Preet, he's an attacking player. Both these openers, Tarun and Preet, they're aggressive openers. That is good from Amir. 4 deliveries, just 2 of this. A little bit of change in tactics. Amir always keeps the batter thinking. Aniket, he's coming onto the stumps. That's interesting. And that is good as well because Preet, they saw him coming down the track a couple of times. So now the keeper is there. This is what Shaheen Mavericks did yesterday against Zohaib as well. And which worked out because after a few deliveries he ended up losing his wicket. That's down the leg. That is what you don't need to do. When you're bowling with the keeper on the stumps, you cannot do that. You cannot bowl down the leg. Still a good over. There's three of this. One came through the extras leg buys. 21 for no loss for Legends. That'll be wide. And that's another white. Well kept by the wicket keeper. There's just a little bit of wind here at Inland Cricket Ground, and I think with that wind, the ball is swinging, which Amir is not able to control. So probably he'll try a cross seam delivery to control that. Because two back-to-back wides. This time in the stumps. That's well bowled. And there'll be a dot ball to end this over. It's 23 for no loss after 3 overs. Calgary Legends. And replaces Faisal from broadcast end. He's one of the quicker bowlers in his team. And started off with a very poor delivery. It's a warm-up delivery. And looks like he didn't put all his effort on that. With that wind, it sometimes makes harder for the bowlers, for the medium pacers to control that swing sometimes. And that is another example of that. That is missed by the wicketkeeper too. They'll grab a few more runs here, Calgary Legends. They're loving it. If you're not able to control the swing, batter's gonna love it, whether it comes in their slot or whether you're bowling these kind of extra deliveries. So 4 runs have been added to the score without a ball being bowled here. This is better. Preet pulls it away, misfield. So now Tarun is on strike. Oh, tries to go big. Oh, appeal. They're appealing and saying that it might have touched the pad of the bat. If it did, then it was surely plumb in front. But the umpire saying no, it touched nothing. It just completely missed the bat and the pad and the stumps, everything. So that is a dot ball. Big shot tried from Tarun. Backup length. This is better option against Preet. Even against Tarun, this will be a better option because they like anything that is full. They love that delivery and they can slog you away because their natural bat swing is towards long on and mid wicket. This is driven away. With that slow outfield, they'll just get one. He came back pretty well after bowling those two wides. Just 3 runs after that, and last ball of the over. This time it has been pulled away in the gap, and fielders has given up the chase. So that's 4 to end that over, 11 off it, and it's 34 for no loss after 4 overs. वो चला दो स्मैश एंड Smash and grab, one of the biggest T20 tournaments in Canada, starting from 31st July to 3rd August. Registrations are open, prizes up to $50,000. So get yourself and your team registered in this biggest tournament of Canada. Driven towards cover. Preet has had a hard time connecting the ball, whereas Tarun, he has taken charge. He's on 22 of 16. Majority of the runs scored by him. And Preet is still trying to find his rhythm with the bat. He's on 4 of 10. And Amir bowling his third over. This time it's a big shot, and this will travel to the boundary. Finally gets one that he would put it away, and he did that. And the score moves to 38. Got a boundary of previous. And another big shot. How well is that time? Fielder is giving that a chase. And he will collect the ball, but they'll get 2 of that. So 6 of the 4. This is not a bad start from Calgary Legends. They haven't lost a wicket. And they're scoring at 8.5 runs per over, which is really nice. Teams here at Inland Cricket Ground in this format, they love to score around 50, 55 runs in the power play by losing one wicket or two to max. That is good shot. That is good timing. And that will go away for a boundary. That's another 10-run over for Calgary Legends. Nothing seems to be working at the moment for Glenmore Knights. Captain, he will be thinking of different strategies after this over because they haven't got a wicket yet, and now the run rate has gone up to 9.10. Another big shot! That is brilliant batting by Calgary Legends and Preet Virk. He was having hard time connecting the ball before this over. And they will end the over with the double. So they'll grab 12 runs off it. It's 46 for no loss after 5 overs, with 6 more deliveries to go for power play. Alright, that's Daniel into the attack for the last over. Spin into the action. I mentioned that captain's probably going to change some strategies because both these batters were playing well against the medium pacers, and now Daniel, one of their wicket takers. Captain has gone to them, played straight. There is a long off, so that will be just a single. Came off the toe off the bat. Tarun Gulati has got a Larson's RNS bat. I remember Hardik Pandya used to use that bat in his early days when he started playing for Mumbai Indians and ended up emerging as one of India's biggest hitters of the game. That is a shot tried over covers, just enough to clear the 30-yard. They'll come back for 2. There was no timing on it. He's bowling well. He's forcing them to try to drag it from outside the off stump. He's not giving them anything in slot because they like the balls pitched wicket to wicket because it becomes easier for them to slog it away, but this time that's not the case. He's bowling away from the batter, which is nice, and that's a great over. Ended a little bit of a shift in the momentum. It's three of that. It's 49 for no loss after the end of power play. Yugam, another spinner into the attack. Straight away shot of catch. Now, this will be interesting phase of the game because Yugam and Daniel, they are very good spinners. Daniel, who loves to flight the ball with his leg spin, and it creates some chances, whereas Yugam bowls a little more quicker in the air, tries to drift it away rather than spinning the ball a lot. Oh, look at that. He'll be quicker in the air, and Daniel will be slower. So that variation from both the ends will keep the batsman guessing. Because from one end they'll face some flighted deliveries, and then from the other end he'll be bowling tight lines with some good pace. He stepped out, and that's probably a drop. It was Amir, I guess, standing on covers. There was a shot of catch, and they'll take a single on that. That is 51 now, 50 of the partnership. Big shot tried. This time it will be taken. This is very interesting phase of the game where Glenmore Knights can shift the momentum back, and this is the first step in doing that, sending Tarun Gulati back to the pavilion. He's walking back disappointed because he would have wanted to clear that cover fielder. That is what he's talking about as well, that he stopped himself to play that shot, and that was just a check drive which went straight into the hands of Amir Hamza. He dropped one earlier and Preet was on strike, but he goes back. He scored 24 of 20, and they're one down now, Calgary Legends on 51. Nav walks in now at number 3. Just 2 runs off this over, 3 in the previous over. So the spinners for Glenmore Knights, they have always taken some wickets and restricted the run scoring. Look at his stats: 109 games, 2,261 runs. Oh, that's in the air again. Oh, just shot. Another shot of catch. That'll be a dot ball, but there's a lot of things happening here. 3 back-to-back chances created. One was dropped, one was taken, and then the other just short of the fielder. Last ball of this over. Back of length this time. That'll be a dot ball, and 2 runs from that over and a wicket, 51 for 1 after 7. Daniel back again. So in last 2 overs, Calgary Legends have only scored 5 runs and lost 1 wicket. So that is the effect that spinners have brought in. Look at that. How contrasting these 2 spinners are. Oh, that's a misfield. That is one thing you would like to avoid as a team because you're putting pressure. You don't want to rotate the strike. Whenever it's possible, try to create as many dot deliveries as you can. The last 13 balls, only 6 runs scored and 1 wicket. And before that, they were cruising at a good pace. Pace towards long off, just a single on that. Look how slow the outfield is. It just stopped. The ball is just hanging there and going nowhere. So great comeback by Glenmore Knights. Big shot this time. This is the one he was looking for in the slot, and that has gone all the way. This is the line he was trying to avoid, Daniel. He was bowling it away from him, but this time he just came in a little bit towards the stumps, and that was enough for Preet to smack it away. A beautiful slog sweep sent for a maximum. And that's a welcome boundary. After 14 deliveries, we have seen that. Plays it with soft hands once again. Will complete a single, and they are pushing back for the second. We have seen that so many times whenever a cover fielder throws towards the mid wicket, and usually after the power play, that mid wicket fielder is on the boundary markings. It's usually extra run with that overthrow, and that is what they did. So it's been a good over this one. They got 10 of it after a quiet over from Yugam. This is dot ball. Swept away over the square leg. Will that run to the boundary? Not sure. It will. So that is an expensive over that they have got. 65 for 1 at the end of 8 overs. They got 14 runs of the Daniels over. Yugam comes back. Took a wicket in his first over. That's another chance of catch. Every time he's bowling a delivery, he's creating a chance. All that offside trap that you saw, that is where he's trying to make it work. That is again on back foot. He exactly knows where his fielders are, and he's bowling with accuracy in that line and length, just making it hard for the batter until or unless he's gonna try something different. That's again in the air, and that is a wicket once again. Similar kind of delivery with that same field set. Yugam grabs another one. Easy catch, quicker in the air. After pitching it, went away from the batter because he bowls it with the arm. Nav is the man going back. Just scored one today of his six deliveries, and it is 65 for 2 for Calgary Legends. Sparsh comes in at number 4. He's played 20 games, 269 runs for him. 8.3, 65 for 2, both the wickets for Yugam. In the similar kind of fashion, Sparsh will face his first. That's logged away towards long on just a single. Big shot tried. That is another chance, and that is another wicket. 3 wickets down, and all 3 taken by Yugam. This time it was Preet who fall into that trap of spin. This was a little bit slower in the air, pitched up, and he tried to go for a big shot towards the long off. And now he will walk back to the pavilion. So they're losing wickets pretty quickly here. Calgary Legends after a good start in power play. But they're 3 down now for 66. Abhishek comes in, 84 games, 1064 runs for him. Last ball of the over. And what a brilliant over once again. Gave 2 in his previous over, took 1 wicket, and he's given 1 in this over and took 2 good wickets. It's 66 for 3. Daniel back for his third over. Beautiful delivery. Once again, not a lot of turn on it. But what a brilliant over previous one from Yugam. He's in a dream spell here. 2 overs, 3 runs, and 3 wickets for him. You see that very rarely nowadays in T20s. Again, tries to slog. It looks like he has limited shot options, and he's trying one of those shots where Daniel he's adjusting his length accordingly because he made a mistake in the previous over, bowled one in slot to Preet, and then he smashed him away for a maximum. But looks like he has rectified that error, and he's trying to bowl at a strength and away from where the batter wants. This is better. This is good bowling. That was chipped in the air. Beautiful. Once again, this was a top spinner which doesn't spin a lot. Usually it's flighted and just goes straight to the batter without spinning. So he has these kind of variations that he's showing. Daniel, this is the one that spins. That took the edge. Batter got lucky there. They won't be able to come back for the second. So just 2 of this over with 1 more to go. It's a good comeback over from him. He would love to add a wicket to that tally because he's bowling nicely. The first over was a great one, and then he's made a good comeback in his third over. Second was expensive, but that happens with the wrist spinners sometimes. That's played away towards square leg for a single, just 3 of that. It is 69 for 3 at the end of 10 overs. We're halfway through the innings. Yugam comes back for his third over in his dream spell today. 2 overs, 3 for 3. They had a really good power play. Calgary Legends, and then they've lost the track. They've lost all the momentum that they got. Their set batters are out, both the openers are out. That is a quicker one by Yugam. Pushing for the second one. He'll take it. 2 of that. 6 for 3 for his stats now. Tries to be cheeky there by Abhishek. That will be wide signaled. This is the first time in his spell that we are seeing he's trying some different things. Before that, he was sticking to the basics. He was just doing whatever was required with the field that he set. This is the length he was bowling earlier. The line was a little bit more towards the off stump. That is why we saw that chip shot going straight to cover fielder. But this is really good length to bowl for an off spinner any day. That's played towards cover, goes in the gap. There's no fielder, so the inner fielder has to go and cut it off. So in that, they'll come back for two. So it's 75 for three at the end of 11 overs. Daniel is back for his last over for the day. Big shot tried, chance of a catch. That will travel all the way. Good timing from Spurge. Again, the one that was in his slot. After that maximum, we lost the ball, and finally we found it. That gives a little bit of time to the bowler to think as well. Tries to go big again, misses it. Plays it towards cover once again. They'll come back for two. So they've got 9 of this over as well. This will be his last delivery for the spell. He's given 29, no wicket for him today. Can he grab one before he ends his spell? Chance created, but nothing there. So that'll be a dot ball to end his spell and this over. It is 29 that he gave in his 4 overs and 84 for 3 at the end of 12. Yugam comes back for his last over for the day. That is beautifully bowled. Once again, play and miss. Trying to play it on front foot. Completely misses that, and good work behind the stumps by Aniket. He has quick hands behind the stumps. Was fast enough to dislodge the stumps, or the bails in fact. Big shot tried. That's gone up in the air. Fielder coming underneath. Oh, he drops it. That is a first drop by Glenmore Knights today. Could have been his 4th wicket for the day. Has bowled brilliantly, but got unlucky this time. Yugam created another opportunity, but that'll be a lifeline for Sparsh. This time a quicker one. This is the kind of variation that he shows to the batter, because this is what keeps you guessing. You cannot be predictable in this format, and this is what exactly Yugam is showing us. He bowled slower in the air the previous one, and now he bowled a quicker one. Again, a play and miss. So just 2 of these 4 deliveries as well. And the score is 86 for 3. A run rate which was at 9 runs per over when the power play ended has gone down to 6.79, and that is because of this amazing bowling by Yugam today. So that'll be last ball of his spell for the day. He has just given 2 of this over, 11 in his 3.5 overs. That's again played with soft hands towards backward point. That'll be a dot ball, and what a spell that was by Yugam. He gave 11 in his 4 overs and took 3 wickets in that. It's 86 for 3 at the end of 13. Hamza comes to the attack from broadcast end. Starts off with a single. That was a short ball and took the edge of the bat. This time he has to go back. First wicket for Hamza for the day. That is fourth wicket that has gone down of Calgary Legends. He's walking back to the pavilion. Got a chance in the previous over when he was dropped on long on. But this time a safe catch taken by the wicket keeper. Sparsh goes back to the pavilion after scoring 13 of the 17 deliveries that he faced. This team has made a amazing comeback because at one point we thought the way openers were batting that they can get to a good total of 160, 165. But from here, if they are able to get to around 130, 35, that'll be a good score. Because Calgary Legends have lost all the momentum that they had. And now Harman, he's in at number 6. And Hamza gets his first wicket for the day. He's not bowling with the full effort or the full pace that he usually bowls. He's just walking a couple of steps and then is coming into bowl that. Not sure if he's fully fit or no, or there are different reasons why he's not bowling to his full capacity. But even after not bowling to the pace that he does, he's still got a wicket, which is always nice for a bowler to boost some confidence. Some chats with the umpire, which umpire is not happy about. Not sure what that is either. Another short delivery, and that's another wicket. straight away. The moment that took the edge, keeper, bowler, and the whole team was very confident. There was a slower bouncer, and umpire raised his finger straight away. Herman was a little surprised to see that finger going up, but he has to go back. That is back-to-back blows for Calgary Legends and Glenmore Knights. They're on the top. 87 for 5 now. Herman goes back for duck. That's a golden duck. Because that was the first delivery that he faced, and he has to go back on that. No trouble to the scorers. Bhupen is the new man in at number 7 now. This is a beautiful inland cricket ground that we are bringing you the section live from. And look at that offside field. Short covers and beautifully bowled by Hamza once again. That was a hat-trick ball because he took back-to-back wickets. That's why you saw that field. Captain Saad, he always makes sure that he's attacking with his bowlers. He's not the captain who likes to give easy singles. So wherever he gets opportunities, he tries to create that pressure on the batter and bowl as many dot balls as he can do with his field. That's gone towards the cover. They're pushing back for the second, and they'll get it. So 3 runs off that over and 2 wickets. It is 89 for 5 at the end of 14 overs for Calgary Legends. There is another game going on at our inland small cricket ground. You see the passion of this game, love towards that game everybody has. Not sure if that's a league game or they're just doing their practice, but love to see these players playing with full passion here. Coming back to the game we are supposed to show you. That's Faisal now. Coming from the Stony end. Bowled 1 over in the power play from broadcast end, was expensive in that. Gave 11. And now change it ends for him. Outside off stump. He's asking the captain to place more fielders towards the backward point area. And that is why you see that fielder moving now. So this fielder is coming in at short third. And then you see all these players standing at offside. Look at that offside trap that they have created. And they're bowling just according to what they have planned. So they've got this cover in place. In fact, extra cover, short extra cover. And that is Saad standing at covers. And then they have this point. And that is backward point and short third. So beautiful field set. And he's continuously hitting that length and line. So 3 back-to-back dots. And then they've got this long off out and long on for the shots that can be hit straight towards the wicket. This has been played straight to the inner fielder. So again a dot ball. So they have been able to create pressure on the Calgary Legends. by bowling those dot balls. Rotation of strike has been one of the key problems today that we have seen from the legends. This will be wide. There is a little bit extra wide towards that tram line. He was bowling that, but the other deliveries was just inside that. But this time, umpire said no, it's wide. Big shot tried. There was a mid-wicket fielder. He will just cut that off for a single. So just 2 runs off this over with 1 more to go. It's a good comeback by Faisal. I know it's a different phase and situation of the game, and because the Legends, they have lost quite a few wickets. They are in pressure with the lower middle order coming in, and we are heading towards the tail enders. So that's played towards fine leg now, and that will go to the boundary. That's a very rare shot that goes to the boundary in that area, but he timed it well. So they'll grab 6 of that. It's 95 for 5 at the end of 15 overs, Calgary Legends. This is the player dugout of Calgary Legends. The other batters, they are getting ready for their turn. And this fella, he has no interest watching this game. He's just on his phone, having fun. Probably reels. That is one of the most popular things everybody watches nowadays. But Hamza, he comes back again. Took a wicket in his previous over. In fact, 2 wickets in the previous over. Oh, here we go. That's a 3rd wicket. It was just a matter of time now because they were playing too many dot balls. They had to break the shackles. And when you try to do that, there's a risk involved in it. And when you take risks, sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. And this time it's a wicket. Another batsman walking back, and a new batter walking in. That will be Vrund, who comes in at number 8 to add some crucial runs for his team, because they still have 29 deliveries to go in this innings. Even if they can add 30 more runs from here, that will take them to 125, and that will give them at least something to defend. I know they're well behind the power score, but whatever they can add from here will be bonus. But Hamza, he's on fire. So majority of the bowling has been wicketless, but it's 3 wickets for Yugam and 3 for Hamza. Daniel went wicketless, Amir was wicketless, and then Faisal, he hasn't got a wicket yet. Probably he can grab one when he comes back from the other end in next over. Back of length delivery. Dot ball once again. Another bouncer. Ball towards the body line. That's going towards square leg. Amir will cut it off. And that'll be double. This is Hamza on your screens. One of the bowlers in the recent times who bowls with that headband. I remember Srishant used to do that. And then Stuart Broad in his late career he started doing that. Oh, that's a leg cutter. Played towards covers. Chance of a run out. That'll be a missed opportunity here. Fielding has been decent by Glenmore Knights. They just dropped one catch today. The rest they've done pretty well. 98 for 6. Another short delivery tried. Batsman tried to shuffle across and play it over fine leg, because if you see that fine leg fielder is inside the 30-yard. So if he would have got some bat on it, then that would have traveled all the way. That is what his try was, which didn't work out this time. But his plans are clear. Hamza is gonna ball body line at back of length. This time he balls towards off stump, and Yugam attacked on that. They'll still get a single. So 4 runs off it and one more wicket for Hamza. It's 99 for 6. Anshu, he will come in to bowl the 17th over, change in bowling. Oh, they added a 6 here. Not sure why. Oh, they're adding another one. I think it's a glitch that we have usually seen with the cricket club scoring. They've added a couple of maximums here. Everything was going right until this point, and now they're correcting that. Now it's all good. So double of the first one. Back of length delivery once again. Gone towards short third. So leg by signaled. .104 is the total at the moment for the loss of 6 wickets for Calgary Legends. Glenmore Knights won the toss, selected to bowl first. And then they had hard time taking a wicket in the first 5 overs, but then they brought Daniel and Yugam. Yugam ended up taking 3 wickets in his 4 overs. And then Hamza coming back into the attack. Oh, that's played towards backward point and cover. come back for two on that as well. So 6 runs from that over. It's 106 for 6 at the end of 17. Hamza is back again. One of the references that I forgot to make in the previous over was our legendary bowler Ashok Dinda, famous for his Dinda Academy. All the bowlers who used to concede runs with the economy of 10 and over in T20 were part of the Dinda Academy. But here, Hamza is bowling, contrasting to the Dinda Academy bowlers. That's back of length delivery that has hit him. He's probably in pain, which is not showing at the moment. Bhupin, he's on 10 from 9 balls that he has faced, adding some crucial runs for his team. Hope he's okay. That's another dot ball. Big shot tried here, and that is taken. So that is fourth wicket for Hamza. This will be 106 for 7. Calgary Legends here. They have completely lost the track of how they were scoring runs, and suddenly they are battling for even singles or doubles because anytime they try something different, their batters are losing up their wickets. So that is fourth wicket for Hamza. He's got 3 more balls to go in his spell. Can he convert that to a fifer? Fifer is as good as 100 for a batter, and that's where his players are saying to him as well that fifer karna hai fifer. So they want him to get a fifer here because a fifer for a bowler is equal to a century by a batter. So you can imagine the magnitude of that 5 wickets, and that too after being expensive in the first over. He's made a great comeback, taking back-to-back wickets and putting opposition on pressure and on back foot. So Shebas, Calgary Legends wicketkeeper, is now in at number 9. Another back of length bouncer. Again, not a lot of pace today by Hamza, but he's still executing the right length that he wants. He went to around the wicket straight away, and then he's bowling in that body line. 4 balls, 1 wicket in this. Oh, that's probably slipped out of his hands. That's wide outside the tram line. So he's still got 2 more deliveries for his spell. Can he get 1 more wicket in that? So that's the last ball. Will he try to ball a Yorker here and attack the stumps to get that wicket? Or is he going to stick to the plan that he's bowling with right now? Last ball of his spell. Can he get a fifer? He bowls a bouncer. He won't get a fifer. The best option would have been bowling a Yorker, but he didn't do that. So he will end his spell for the day with 4 wickets. He's very happy. for his team. Just given 20 runs. An amazing bowling performance by Hamza today. Himanshu back again from Stony Trail End. Started off with the dot ball. Just 11 more balls to go in this innings. Can they get 220? And if they're able to get 220, we'll have a look at the points table after this over and see if how many points will Glenmore Knights be at once they win this game. If they are able to, because they will surely try to finish this within 13 or 14 overs, because that net run rate I always talk about is really handy going towards the later half of the tournament. That's dropped by Amir. Chance of a run out, that's also missed. That is second drop by Amir here in the same position. So this ring of our offside fielders has trapped all the Calgary Legends batters today. If not all, then most of them. Just one more to go from this over. Himanshu hasn't got a wicket today. He's given 12 runs in his 1.5. That'll be wide. We'll have to bowl it again. That took the edge of the bat. That has gone over the third man. They will come back for two. So they got 9 runs of that over. 117 for 7. At the end of 19, we are just left with last 6 balls. Amir. He will bowl the last six deliveries of this innings. That's no ball given by the umpire. There's two more balls to go from here. They're at 123 for 7. Big shot here, and that'll be easily taken by the long off fielder. So he's got one more ball to go, and a new batter has to come in and face that. Vrunda's the batter who goes out. He got 10 today off his 11 balls. Harsukpal will face the last ball of the innings. Can he grab another wicket here, Amir, before he ends the day for his bowling? That's in the air once again. Captain Saad is running back. No, it will drop between the long on fielder and him. So they'll come back for two. So Calgary Legends, they have ended their inning with 125 with that double. So Glenmore Knights, after winning the toss, electing to bowl first, now will have to chase 126 to win this game. That's a great comeback from the Glenmore Knights. This is the warm chart on your screens. For the first 7 overs, there was no wicket, and suddenly you see that 2 wickets in the ninth over, 2 wickets in the 14th over, then wicket each in the 16th, 19th, and 20th over. So that is where they lost all that momentum, Calgary Legends, and ended up scoring 125, which which is probably not enough. They'll have to bowl out of their skins to defend this. So we are heading towards the innings break. Once you're back, you'll see 126 being chased by Glenmore Knights in their 20 overs if they want to win this game. here we go. We have started off the second inning of this game. Glenmore Knights chasing 126 to win this game against Calgary Legends. Opening batters for Knights, it's Sanjay and Salik. Two openers who are technically very sound. Plays cricketing shots. Whenever they get loose deliveries, oh, straight away, bouncer. Wake up call by Herman. One for the over given by the umpire and a wide. But that is very interesting. I have not seen many players or many bowlers doing that. Right away, first ball bouncer to put the batter on the back foot. Will this be followed up by a full swinging delivery? Will be interesting to see. Let's see. Another back of length ball. Played towards short mid by Sanjay to get off the mark and off strike. That's played in the gap once again. Just one single there. Full toss this time, flicked away by Sanjay. Five runs off four deliveries. Not a bad over by Herman. He's tried few different things in this because they will need to get early wickets to win this game. Another short pitch, beautifully played by Salik. This won't go to the boundary, but they'll get two on that. So that is 7 runs off this over already, with one more to go. Usually we see him bowling more fuller because he swings the ball, so that creates the chances of taking the edge of the bat. But today, to both the batters, he has tried bowling back of length. To Sanjay, we saw that fiery bouncer right on his first ball. Oh, that's in the air. Chance of a wicket created. Keeper takes it. That is a big wicket. Early on in the innings, Calgary Legends, they need wickets. And if he can produce deliveries like that, they will be able to get few early wickets. So that is 7 for 1. Salik going back cheaply today. Just 4 for him. And he goes back to the pavilion to enjoy the rest of the innings from the dugout. He will be very disappointed. Completely missed the line of the ball. Played it wrong. The ball was swinging away from him, was within the body line. So he got confused of where to play that. And in that, he ended up losing his wicket. And Captain Saad walking in at number 3. It's a pretty aggressive batter. Loves to take on the bowlers. But Harman, what an over by him. For the first 5 deliveries, it was always looking like he can create some chances, and He did that on the last ball of his over, and he got a result. Harsukpal is the new bowler in from the broadcast end. He will need to have a tight start and create some pressure on Sanjay as well, because Sadi has just walked in, so obviously they'll not want to give him loose deliveries to give that momentum back to Glenmore Knights, because for the last 15 overs the game was towards Glenmore Knights ever since that power play ended. The spinners came in, they took wickets, they restricted the run scoring, so they were in the game, and until that wicket that fall on the previous ball. So Harsukpal will be bowling his first over for the day. They got a long on in place, which is interesting, and they have a mid-wicket fielder. So two fielders that are allowed outside the 30 yard. It is long on and mid-wicket. Beautiful ball swinging in towards the right-hander by Harsukpal. Again, not a lot of pace, but we have seen that in this league with the bowlers who don't have a lot of pace, they have control over their line and length that they bowl and prove to be very productive for their team. Again, a beautiful angling in, using that new ball to the full effect. This is in the air once again and lands in the no man's land area. So that'll be safe. But another opportunity created. For a moment, it felt like that's gonna be another wicket, but luckily that went where there was no fielder. Saad is probably gonna have a little chat or that quick message that we can take a little bit of time if we need, but we don't need to play rash shots because Sanjay he's usually known for playing on the merit of the ball. This time plays it with soft hands. That's a quick, nice single for Sanjay. This is the kind of cricket he loves to play and he's known to play. Three of this over. It's been a good over from Sukhpal and Saad. Will be interesting to see how he tackles the balls that are coming towards him. He stands way outside the leg stump. Beautiful. Once again, plays it with soft hands. It's been a good over. Good start. Usually Arjun, he is the one who opens the bowling attack, but I don't think so. He's playing today. So that's why we are seeing a new bowling pair here. Once again, nicely bowled and well played. That is only 3 runs of that over. It's 10 for 1 after 2. Harman back again. took wicket in the previous over. Oh, that's edge. Didn't carry to the wicket keeper, even if there would have been a slip in place, wouldn't have carried to the slip. They're bowling well. They have started off well, Calgary Legends. Now the kind of start they've got with the ball, they might have been thinking if they would have got another 15-20 runs, this would have been a completely different ball game. Because we saw that yesterday, where Shaheen Mavericks almost won that game against CCA yesterday. That was a 140 run chase that is slashed away towards backward point, and Saad will come back for two. That was a risky second run, but he's home. So chase can always become tricky if the batting team doesn't get a good start, or they lose too many wickets in the start. So that is one thing that the Glenmore Knights would focus on, is that at least not lose too many wickets, because the ball is swinging, it's doing something. Look at that, that's in the air. This is beautifully timed. Wherever he gets these kind of opportunities, he will put you away, Saad. That is why his strike rate is over 140, because he can play like that. And now there's 7 runs of this over, of the 3 deliveries that have been bowled. That's slashed away again. A lot of power and timing on it. That will go to the boundary as well. Back to back force. A lot of width provided, and he pounced onto it to grab 2 fours quickly. So he's on 10 of 5, batting with the strike rate of 200. This is better. If you don't provide him width, that is where you can challenge him. Because if you are giving that width way outside the off stump, it becomes easy for the batter to swing his arms and get those runs. But the moment you come into the stumps and bowl wicket to wicket, there you create the opportunity for a wicket. Back of length bouncer, beautiful delivery once again. We saw that in the previous over against Sanjay as well, and this time again. So 2 fours and 2 dots to follow. It's 21 for 1 at the end of 3. big shot from Sanjay, and that will travel all the way. That is good shot, good timing on it. He gets his first maximum for the day. Score moves to 28. They just need 98 now from the 99 deliveries that are left. So just run a ball. That's height on it. Pulled it away towards square leg. Run this there, so that'll be just a single to end that over. 8 runs off it. It's 29 for 1 at the end of 4. This is good bowling from Herman. 4 runs off his 4 balls. Sanjay is batting run a ball 17. Oh, that's probably bat. There was a huge appeal, but inside edge of the bat, he straight away showed that to the umpire. But I think umpire already knew that it's a big inside edge before it hit the pad. Otherwise, it would have been plumb in front. But that's last ball of this over. It's been a good over. Just four of it from Herman. Again a bouncer. Oh, that took the glove. Shehbaz couldn't grab that one. There'll be a double to end this over. Six of it. It's 35 for one at the end of five. I would say Calgary Legends, they have done well. They haven't leaked too many runs because they don't have a big total to defend. Steps down, Saad doesn't time it properly. We'll just get a single. Single to end the power play. It's 39 for 1 at the end of 6 overs. Glenmore Knights need 87 of 84 to win this game. Sanjay, he's batting on 21 of 22 with Captain Saad. He's at 12 out of his 10 deliveries that he has faced. He got his first 10 runs pretty quickly, but after that he has slowed down because they changed the tactics. He got two boundaries back to back against Herman because he bowled two bad deliveries. After that, he made sure he's bowling in the right areas, and then he restricted the batters to score any runs. And he's probably coming back for his last over for the day, which is not a bad idea. Or no, it's probably Nav who's coming in. I think if even he would have bowled the last over and would have created another chance of a wicket because he's one of your best bowlers. when you're defending a low total, if your main bowler bowls 4 overs right on the trot, that's not at all a bad thing to do. Because as a captain, you're looking to get some wickets, and you can expect that from your main bowler. And for that, if you have to bowl him 4 overs back to back, you can do that. But Nav, he's in. So spin into the action after the power play. So back of length delivery from Nav here. Usually he likes to bowl the flatter trajectory of the ball, as we saw in the last two deliveries, that he's forcing the batsman to cut. But here we saw how Daniel was leg spinner from Glenmore Knights. He was bowling it outside the off stump, slow in the air. Oh, that's in the air, chance of a catch. No, that is a little far away from the cover fielder. So now Saad will be facing Nav, and he'll be facing spin for the first time in this game. And he is very attacking usually against the spinners. Let's see how he goes from here. Goes on back foot, punches it. That's a smart move by the cover fielder who is outside the 30-yard circle. He's not fully on the boundary markings. He's just somewhere around 50 yards from the wicket because the outfield is not very quick, and he knows batsman has to hit it in the air to clear that for the boundary, because if you hit it grounded, then you'll probably just end up getting a single, or if the fielder is away, you'll just get a double. That's a good over from Nav. This 5 coming off it. It's 44 for 1 at the end of 7. Vrund, another leg spinner, comes in. Goes on back foot Saad. Will just get a single again. So in order to get the boundaries, you have to hit the ball powerfully over the 30 yard. And even if you're thinking about the first bounce, that should land somewhere around 50, 60 yards. That is half trafficker. Won't get more than a single on it. Just 3 runs off the 4 deliveries that Rund has bowled. Goes on the back foot, this time hits it powerfully. And this time he'll get the result that he was looking for. A 4 for Captain Saad. Now they got 7 runs off this over, and with that boundary, it's 50 up for Glenmore Knights in 7.5 overs. It is a slow start to this chase, we would have to say that, because Glenmore Knights, their openers, they're usually very attacking. They lost early wicket of Sulik, and they were trying to rebuild the momentum. But that's end of the over, 7 off it, it's 51 for 1. Nav back again from Stony End. This time a little slower in the air. Played towards mid-off. Just a single. So Calgary Legends, they will need wickets here, because this partnership is slowly getting bigger. And once they settle down more on this crease, then you'll see big shots coming in. Because both these batters, they're quality batters. It's just a matter of time when they open up their arms, and Saad, another powerful stroke right from the middle. The sound of the bat was really good. He'll just get a single though. So that is another dot ball to end this over. It's been a good over from Neff. He gave 8 in his 2 overs that he has bowled. Hasn't got a wicket yet, which he would love to get. That it's 54 for 1 at the end of 9 overs. They're going at current run rate of 6, and the required run rate is 6.55. So they're not very far behind the required run rate, but everybody expected them to play faster than what they are playing right now, because net run rate was one of the things. Here's over by over comparison. So if you see the runs being scored in red, that is Glenmore Knights, and you don't see a lot of big buildings there of runs. But whereas if you see Calgary Legends, and they're in blue, they had pretty good first 8 overs, but after that they slowed down. Hopefully they can catch up from here. That's a double to start this over. Sanjay moves to 31 with that. So the last 3 balls that he has faced hasn't got a single run. So he is desperate to get a boundary or a big shot. And he plays a big one. And that goes over the fielder. That is a maximum. It was just a matter of time when he gets one in his slot and he putting it away. Because from last 3 balls he was trying to do different things to get some runs, but he was unable to do so. But now he's ready with the 5th ball. Goes on back foot, shuffles across. Because of that, his bat was away from the ball. So 9 runs off this over. Another big shot that has been launched out of the boundary markings. 2 sixes in this over for Saad. He moves to 31 of 22 now. The score moves to 69. Big shot this time launched from Sanjay. And that will travel all the way as well. Score moves to 75 now. They've started to score some runs. Glenmore Knights, because the past few overs they were very quiet. They were just rotating the strike or playing some dot balls. But in the previous over, Saad got 2 maximums, and in this one, Sanjay, he has taken his charge. Tried to play another big shot. Just a single on that. So 7 of this. With one more to go, is Saad gonna try to go big on this? He's got the confidence from the previous over. Quicker one. Not enough opportunity there to open up his arms. So that is end of another over. It's 76 for 1 at the end of 11. Preet comes in from broadcast end. Another spinner. Oh, that's taken. Saad, who was again continuously playing dot balls, he was desperate for a big shot again. Was trying to find a length which would come in his slot and he can put it away. But he will have to go back. It was a quicker delivery towards the leg stump. He flicked it away straight to the square leg. It wasn't a good delivery, but a poor shot from Saad. And I would say that soft dismissal, he got unlucky there. Sanjay is batting at 40, and he'll be joined by Faisal. But a good inning from Saad comes to an end. So just one run in this over from Preet in his 5 balls, and he has taken a big wicket. So that is 77 for 2 now. They need run a ball 49 Glenmore Knights. Faisal walks in. 73 games for him, 618 runs. Last ball of the over by Preet. No foot movement there by Faisal to play that ball. That's a dot ball, a good over by Preet. Just 1 run and 1 wicket in that. धीमे करते हैं। एक 101 पे 4, 14 ओवर के बाद 101 पे 2 इनफैक्ट 25 रन जीत के लिए चाहिए संजय। कमाल की पारी खेलते हुए 61 रन पे आ चुके हैं 51 गेंदों में। हरमन अपना आखिरी ओवर करने आए हैं। लगभग ये मैच अपनी मुट्ठी में कर चुके हैं ग्लेनमोर नाइट्स, लेकिन उसे ऑफिशियल तौर पे यहाँ अपने नाम करना अभी बाकी है। 126 रन की चेज कभी भी मुश्किल होनी नहीं थी, लेकिन बीच में एक ऐसा फेज आया जहां बहुत सारी डॉट गेंदें, एक खराब गेंद डाउन द लेग साइड। दूसरे के लिए वापस आ रहे हैं संजय और पहुंच भी जाएंगे। तो बीच में एक ऐसा फेज आया जिसमें काफी डॉट बॉल्स आई और फिर सडनली साद का विकेट भी गिरा। वहां लगा था एक समय के लिए कि शायद थोड़ा सा गेम टर्न अराउंड हो सकता है, लेकिन पिछले ओवर में जिस तरह से अटैक किया, हालांकि कैच जरूर छूटा संजय का। मिड ऑन पे खेला, सिंगल मिलेगा। बाईस रन जीत के लिए चाहिए। बहुत ही कमाल का मौसम था आज यहाँ इनलैंड क्रिकेट ग्राउंड में, जो कि यूजुअली आजकल कैलगरी में देखा नहीं जा रहा है। पारी को लेके चलेंगे 70 पे। 55 गेंदों में ये एक कमाल की पारी खेलते हुए 111 पे पहुंचा स्कोर। 15 रन जीत के लिए चाहिए। जरूर 31 गेंदें हैं, लेकिन चाहेंगे कि अगले कुछ 9-10 गेंदों में ये मैच खत्म कर सकें। स्लोअर वन या गलत गेंद संजय के सामने, स्पेशली इस फॉर्म में। फिर से खेला है शॉट, ये मिड ऑन और मिड विकेट की तरफ। 2 के लिए आसानी से वापस आएंगे। सो 13 रन चाहिए अब जीत के लिए, सिर्फ संजय पहुंचे 72 पे। प्रीत एक बार फिर से अटैक में आएंगे अपनी ऑफ स्पिन के साथ। तेरह रन जीत के लिए यहां से चाहिए। फैजल फिलहाल स्ट्राइक पे होंगे। देखना होगा कि क्या वो बड़ा शॉट लगाने का प्रयास करेंगे या फिर वो सिंगल लेके संजय को सामने लाएंगे, जिन्होंने आज कमाल की बैटिंग की है। टाइमिंग बिल्कुल नहीं, लेकिन सिंगल मिलेगा। 12 रन जीत के लिए 2 बड़े मैक्सिमम्स की जरूरत, उनमें से ये एक आ चुका है। जी नहीं, ये वरुण वहां फील्डर थे जिन्होंने ट्राई किया, और ना तो ये 4 होगा ना ये 6 होगा। बड़े शॉट का प्रयास जरूर किया था, लेकिन फील्डर ने बैलेंस खोया अपना कंप्लीटली, जिसके चलते वो कैच को ड्रॉप किया। सो 2 रन मिलेंगे, अब 10 चाहिए। ये टो से लगी है, ये कैच होना चाहिए। ओ, फिर से कैच छूटा। ये तीसरा कैच छूटता हुआ संजय का। अब 8 चाहिए। एक एक गेंद के साथ वो बड़े शॉट्स लगाते जा रहे हैं। कैलगरी लेजेंड्स भी मेक श्योर कर रहे हैं कि संजय नॉट आउट जाएं वापस, पूरी तरह से मदद करते हुए उनकी। वो भी कह रहे हैं कि यहां तक आ ही गए हो तो नॉट आउट ही वापस जाओ, क्यों इस टाइम पर आप बाहर जाओगे, नया बैट्समैन आएगा, वो अपना टाइम लेगा, इससे अच्छा संजय बने रहे। तो ये रन आसानी से बन जाएंगे और संजय नॉट आउट भी वापस जाएंगे। तो 7 रन चाहिए अब, आखिरी गेंद इस ओवर की। फैजल के बैट से ये सिंगल। पहले वो रिलक्टेंट थे कि रन लेना है कि नहीं, वो चाह रहे थे कि संजय ही स्ट्राइक पे आए, लेकिन अब एग्जैक्टली 6 रन चाहिए जीतने के लिए। स्पर्श, न्यू बॉलर इन, हवा में गेंद है, कैच का मौका, और कैच पकड़ लिया। स्पर्श आते ही पहली गेंद पे विकेट मिलती हुई उनको। इसका मतलब ये है कि नए बैटर आएंगे। ऑलराइट, अमीर हमजा नए बैटर नंबर 5 पे। ज़्यादा कुछ यहाँ डिफरेंट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, सिर्फ 6 ही रन चाहिए। ये होगी वाइड बॉल, तो अब चाहिए होंगे 5 रन जीत के लिए। बड़ा शॉट लॉन्ग ऑन की तरफ, सिर्फ सिंगल। गैप में खेला, 2 रन के लिए वापस आए और अब जीत के लिए सिर्फ 2 रन बाकी। 3 गेंदें हैं इस ओवर में, सो होपफुली इस ओवर में ये मैच अपने नाम कर पाए ग्लेनमोर नाइट्स। बैकफुट से कट किया उसे, दूसरे की मांग होगी, लेकिन विनिंग रन यहाँ शायद अमीर हमजा मारना चाहते हैं। तो 1 रन जीत के लिए। 80 रन की नॉट आउट पारी 62 बॉल्स में। संजय, बढ़िया शॉट ये, और that would be the end of it. This total has been chased down by Glenmore Knights with the 3.1 overs remaining and by 7 wickets in hand. They have comfortably secured this win. We'll have a look at the match summary. Because Glenmore Knights, they won the toss, elected to bowl first. There was a good start provided by Calgary Legends, but then they ended up losing wickets and posted a low total of only 125 and invited Glenmore Knights to chase 126 of the given 20 overs.